Hello everyone, and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today, we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Virgil van Dijk set to benefit from Trent Alexander-Arnold departure. Liverpool are getting used to the idea of life without Trent Alexander-Arnold. The right-back will be leaving at the end of the season, with Real Madrid widely tipped to become his next destination. Trent's departure leaves a big gap in Liverpool's defense, hopefully to be filled by Connor Bradley on a regular basis. But the 26-year-old will also be taking with him his free-kick prowess. In this day and age, fewer and fewer direct free kicks are being attempted and scored. Indeed, research from The Athletic concludes that only 12 have been scored in this Premier League season, the second lowest on record, down from 41 in 2007-08. James Ward-Prowse, 17, James Maddison, 9, Christian Eriksen, 8, Ashley Young, 7, Trent, 6, Willian, 6, and Kevin De Bruyne, 5, are the only currently active Premier League players to have scored 5 or more in the top flight. It's a dying art. Alexander-Arnold is maybe the closest thing that Liverpool had to a set-piece specialist over the past decade or so. Since Trent scored his first free kick against Hoffenheim in a Champions League qualifier back in 2017, Felipe Coutinho is the only other Liverpool player to have netted a free kick in that time frame, and that was back in December 2017. Liverpool now. Without a set-piece specialist, Trent is credited with 8 overall for Liverpool, although another 2 might be termed an umpire's call. One was backheeled to him by Mohamed Salah against Chelsea a few years back, and another sumptuous effort went in via a deflection off Fulham goalkeeper Bernd Leno's back. He has had a stranglehold on the direct free kick opportunities, although in recent seasons Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai have both had a go. This season, neither Trent nor the Reds have scored a direct free kick. The last time they did so was back in April 2024 versus Fulham. In bygone seasons, they had a John Barnes, a Jamie Redknapp, a Steven Gerrard, or a Luis Suarez to score a direct free kick, and Trent vanishing creates both a problem and an opportunity. Van Dijk's hidden talent. And one man who could step up is the captain, Virgil van Dijk. The responsibility stayed with him throughout his Liverpool career despite interest from Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, who would challenge him in free kick competitions after training sessions. States The Athletic in an item about Alexander-Arnold's Liverpool departure. When footage was released by the club's media channels in 2020, Alexander-Arnold was annoyed because Van Dijk's conversion rate was better. That stands to reason, because believe it or not, scoring free kicks is a hidden talent for the Dutchman, and now is the time to bring it to the fore. He's netted 4 free kicks in his career to date, albeit not one for the Reds. In an unlikely outing up front for Groningen against ADO Den Haag in 2011, he scored his first senior career free kick, one of 2 goals he scored that day. Time for Van Dijk to step up, and during his 2 years at Celtic, he scored 15 goals, 3 of which were direct free kicks. That's a decent strike rate. Earlier this season, the question of his free kick capability was put to Van Dijk by former England goalkeeper Ben Foster. Speaking on Amazon Prime YouTube when asked about if we will ever see it again, Van Dijk said, "I don't know. Listen, people forget that we have a very good free kicker in the team with Trent. When something is good, don't change it that much. So I feel like obviously you have to practice, that you have to get into it, and I left it for now because Trent is amazing in that. I want him to be more consistent. You show him the numbers and the goals he scored that he can be very, very good." Liverpool official makes special visit as new transfer nears. One of Liverpool's key officials was spotted in Egypt this week on a special visit. Kyle Wallbanks was at the U20 African Cup of Nations tournament as reported by Egyptian sources. We wrote about why he was at the tournament here. But now we want to take a look at what his presence means. Wallbanks was of course appointed as the club's global talent manager back in November. His mission is to find talent all around the world. That's why Anfield Watch exclusively revealed that he was at the U20 Sudamericana back in January and February of this year. Wallbanks at the time was taking a look at Dainer Ordonez from Ecuador as revealed exclusively by Anfield Watch. We also revealed that Nizer Villarreal also became a subject of interest for the Reds, and a move is still on the cards for the exciting Colombian attacker. Now, Wallbanks' tour has taken him to Egypt. As far as we know, he's watched 4 teams in action so far: Ghana, Senegal, DR Congo, and the Central African Republic. Similar moves are now expected. It doesn't mean that they will come to fruition. However, sooner or later, they will eventually lead to successful pursuits. Spurs now have the edge in race for Liverpool attacker. Liverpool have been tipped to conduct a transfer reset this summer. We could see several star names depart as Richard Hughes and Arne Slot ring in the changes. Diogo Jota and Darwin Núñez are among the forwards that could be sold, with the Reds ready to listen to offers. Other attackers are also in the firing line, with Luis Diaz potentially leaving due to a contract impasse. Serie A sides compete for Chiesa. While Inter and Napoli still retain an interest in the Euro 2020 winner, a surprise candidate from within the Premier League has now emerged for Chiesa. That's according to a new report in Caught Offside, which claims Tottenham are lining up a summer bid for the winger. Moreover, the report adds that Liverpool's asking price has been set, with the club seeking to recover the amount spent to take him from Juventus last year. The Premier League side is reportedly willing to part ways with the 12-year-old, but only on a permanent basis, a report reads. They have set a valuation of $15 to $20 million, an affordable price tag for many top European clubs given Chiesa's experience and versatility. Spurs have the edge in Chiesa race Fabio Paratici, who was director of football at Spurs until a suspension for false accounting in 2023, is now tipped to return to the club. And the 52-year-old Italian executive could have a big say in Chiesa's next destination. Fabio Paratici, who has long-standing ties with Chiesa from his time at Juventus, is expected to return to a formal role at Spurs following the end of his suspension, the report states. His relationship with Chiesa's agent, Fali Ramadani, could prove crucial in steering the winger towards North London. While a Serie A return remains an appealing prospect, Spurs' growing interest, coupled with their financial ability and personal connections, may give them an edge in signing the Premier League title-winning Liverpool star. Is Jeremy Frimpong coming to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold? Or Mo Salah? Liverpool have been linked with several right-backs over the last few transfer windows. Fears over losing Trent Alexander-Arnold on a free transfer to Real Madrid are uppermost in club leaders' minds. As such, precautions are being taken to ensure continuity at right-back. While Connor Bradley remains an outstanding prospect, the Northern Ireland international is prone to picking up injuries, and Liverpool can't afford to hand him Trent's shirt without cover being sought. We've seen Lucharel Gertruida and Wesley Franco linked recently, but one name usually appears on the list above all others when it comes to Trent's potential successor. That, of course, is Jeremy Frimpong. Frimpong is not a right-back. The 24-year-old Bayer Leverkusen star won the Bundesliga title last year, establishing himself as one of the most in-demand right-sided players in the world. Under contract at BO4 until 2028, it would take a sizable bid to remove him from his current employers, and it's not only Liverpool but also Real Madrid who look keen. But what if we are barking up the wrong tree? Liverpool may well be interested in the Dutch international, but what if he's being lined up as an attacker and not a right-back? He plays almost as a right winger. My right-back should be able to defend well in the first place, and I have my doubts about that, was Ronald Koeman's assessment when asked in 2023 why he hadn't